Make sure. Yep, it looks like I'm up. Hey, y'all. I normally don't do YouTube during the week like this. This is a first for me. I'm normally on Twitch doing my Bonnet Chronicles. I was going to get all set up in my bedroom and talk about the 2025 project a bit more. But I was listening to Garlic Bread while cooling down because it was a hot day today. We had to go downstate for a very important doctor's appointment for me. And I'll get to discussing that in a moment. But I seen that Chantal apparently wants to smoke. So I'm going to give that to her. But let me get my hellos out the way before we get started today. Because I got a lot to talk about. And I'm going to keep the politics stuff for Friday, y'all. So don't worry about that. This is Girl World stuff today. Welcome, Spooky Von Sweets, Krabby Joe, Alien Holly. Good to see you, honey. Roast Dawn Reacts. 31 Frames, my two new mods. Scorpio Angel, what are my dear sweet mods? Magulator, welcome to the chat, hun. Let's see, Anna Gags, welcome. She needs to, but she won't. Hey, SCL Sigma, it's good to see you. Bubbles Pondu. The House of Hannibal, Seattle Sapphire Low Carb World, welcome, welcome, dears. So I'm going to get started with the day today because we had to get up early. Because the consult that I had to do was in Saginaw, which is about almost an hour and a half away from where I'm living now, up here in Michigan. And it was a good day. I don't normally put my, hey, oh, hell no. Hi, Jenna Bex. Hey, Christy Girl Adventures. I don't normally put my business out there because I'm not using YouTube to make coins like the Heffa. But this was a good day because, as you know, I've been losing weight, not just for myself, but for a goal that I had planned that I was keeping kind of hush-hush. And last year, when I discussed it with my primary care physician, she flat out hit me with some bluntness. Because of my age, because of my then weight, it would be harder for me to do what I had planned to do. So I decided that instead of just taking that for an answer to keep working harder, keep on the weight loss, and see what a specialist would say. So I went down to my OBGYN today, not only to see if I needed to replace my IUD just in case, but we started discussing the fact that me and my husband want to try for a kid that's ours. Because as you know, kiddo, while he's raised him as his own son, came from my past partner, who I don't even like to talk about. And having somebody who has been so supportive to me, so sweet and kind, I thought about doing this a while ago, but it was not the right time. We were in a rental. We wanted to get our shit together. When we got this house, it was just a lot of back and forth. So I kept putting it off. And then when my primary care physician said what she said to me, I was resigning myself to the fact that I might have to not plan for something like this. But I kept with the weight loss. I kept pushing and pushing. And I went to go see the OBGYN today. And not only does she think it's feasible for me to still try with Greg, but I told her I want to start in November because I want to lose 50 more pounds. I'm already down 9 more. Thank you very much. And they like the way it's been going because they keep track. All of the networks in this system are connected. So she sees I'm not blowing smoke up her ass about how hard I've been working to get the weight off, to keep my stuff in gear. My organs are good. I have a bit of a fibroid issue, but because I'm losing weight, they've been shrinking. So fingers crossed. I got one more consult to do and an annual this month. But once I'm ready to pop this Mirena out, I can try to be a second mom again. And I'm excited about that. So no matter what you say, foodie, and I'm being petty, I took my hair down because I had it pulled up. It's fucking hot today. I got home, I took off my stuff, I got into my house dress, and I was just gonna shoot the shit with politics on Twitch. And I seen that Garlic Bread covered the stuff she said, and we're gonna play that in just a bit. But I need you to hear something, foodie, while I enjoy having a joyful day. And welcome, Pix, welcome B Square, welcome Sunshine. So it's so good to see you. Hey, Modest Samwell, Dippy Dippy. When you're good, when you're in a good place, no matter how much a jealous, pathetic 40-year-old heifer who's struggling with her uncontrolled type 2 diabetes tries to say about you, because I know you were egged on by that clown who really wants me to go back and forth with him, But hey, clown, get closer to your screen. I'm never, ever, ever going to give you direct attention. I hope you understand that. Keep giving her money and stalking her chats to try to get at me, because that's the only way you're going to get my attention. Either way, focus on the heifer. I don't have to prove my life to people, but when my life is good, people gravitate to that. Hey, Grandma Scudbud. Hi, Nanstushka. People support what I say despite my dental damage because I bring honesty. There's no reason to lie. I know it's the internet. People can make up whatever the fuck they want to say about themselves. I don't have to do that. I don't see the point. I'm not mentally wired to do stuff like that, so I just don't. I think what troubles you is that because I'm still a hefty heifer myself, and get it right, it's heifer from me with the two F's, because F you. I'm not in the same place as you. I realized when I messed up with my weight, that only I could get myself out of it. I realized I dodged bullets not getting diabetes. I dodged bullets not having heart problems or any of the issues that you clearly have. I can go online with my visible dental damage, with my roles, and realize that people gravitate to the stuff I say. So the fact that you're jealous of my community is hilarious. The fact that you're still picking on the channel that doesn't even have 4K subs yet, and I'm saying yet because every time you have my name in your mouth, I get a boost, you big dummy. Versus your 100K hug box of few people where you block people for daring to question you. I don't understand what you think you're going to get out of me, but I need the channel 20 years ago, 10, bring you just a little bit of ratchet because you need the dozens right now. Welcome, Deb W. And welcome, Diana again. Hi, C Coco 6991, dear. And that's the thing. You're about to be 40, Sunshine. I'm 47. Like I said, I don't take can't and what I can't do seriously because I know me. When the doctor was like, your weight's too much, your age might be too much, and I'm still going to go to that primary care physician because they're excellent. I said, you know what? Bet. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm going to go see a specialist. And that is what I did. Not giving up is the difference between you and me, heifer. Another thing, healthy head of purple hair. My curls are back, y'all. I'm loving it. They were popping in the office, too. But the thing is, I know why Chantal lets me rent a space in her head next to Yaba, next to FFG. I love being housemates with them. Next to Charlie Gold, who I'm sure when you watch her latest covering of you, that's going to make you madder because she's doing a thing. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Seattle Sapphire Low Carb World. Hi, Kalari and chat can't stay long because I'm at work. Wanted to show love. Foodie is sad and she's sitting in misery. She'll be on dialysis soon. I believe you. Hey, Matisha Adams. It's good to see you, honey. For real. Her life is literally falling apart and all she wants to do is pick at people. And like I said, I can't speak for Yaba. I can't speak for FFG. But I came up because I don't care if people find me attractive. I don't care if people find me ugly. I am happy where I'm at. I can show what I do because I'm honest about what I bring to Girl World. My visible damage is for me. Every time I look in that mirror, I see the shit that I did to myself, messing up so that I never go backwards. You could never. You were on a live, not even 3 days ago, looking rough, like super rough. And you had the nerve, which are indentation from your sunglasses, and you're puffy and you're swelling, to come at me, calling me a woolly mammoth? Is it the hair? Are you jealous that I have the natural curls and the melanation? The only thing you can really get me on is size, which I'm still smaller than you, despite the water weight that you lost from being in the hospital. And the dental damage, which, once again, I show. So, since you want to insult me and go insult for insult, Miss 450 pounds. Oh, let me correct that. 420 pounds now. I'll be generous. You're stuck in a fart box with a man who don't work. You claim that because he's a independent businessman, contractor, or whatnot. That's why he can be in your chat and your channel all the time. You keep downplaying the fact that we know, per Allah, You gave him 9K. You upgraded that bum's life. You pay him to call you beautiful. It must be sad that this is your level of unclaimed. You had a whole career on YouTube for 8 years, and the only thing you have to say for is a bought bitch who is just waiting for you to kick the bucket so he can get a bitch that not only will pay for him, but will give him the babies that you can't. Yeah, I'm going there because I can still have babies. So you wanted this ratchet. You're going to react to it, you said. I hope you do. I hope you play every single word I say to you right now. You pathetic, moldy sack of cheese eating, spoiled milk looking, modeled. Even when you say you lose weight, still need 20 damn filters on your face. Motherfucker. Hi, my 500-pound. Hey, Mary. Thank you so much for the super chat. Another one who is doing a thing. Mary is amazing. But to keep dragging you because you wanted this. Miss probably ate crayons in kindergarten. Miss gives up before you even start. You're coming for me because you're jealous. You're jealous of my community. You're jealous that people support what I'm doing because I, unlike you, ain't sitting in front of mountains of food eating my depression away. I'm not like you who has to brag about visa runs saying you travel. Bitch, you're not the only one who traveled. I just don't see it as content. But if I did see it as content, it would be way better than you huffing and puffing and herpalurping through an airport looking all out of breath, risking blood clots because you don't want to do the right thing, inconveniencing other passengers because you refuse to buy 2 seats, you cheap ass bitch. When I fly, I do comfort class. The seats are roomy. They're expensive, so I know you can't afford them. But it's fun. And I'm sorry that I did not record my last vacation, but my life isn't content. Reaction is content. Political talk is content. And what I find funny about the fact that you have to call on me again for any attention, and I'm sure you'll blame the clown for it, is that you could have left me out of your argument. Everybody's used to you trying to go after FFG, who still doesn't care about you, still don't have your number, still will not be your BFF. Y'all but dragged you for filth this morning. I was sitting with earbuds in the waiting room, just laughing my head off. I know people were looking at me like I was crazy because she read you for filth. Because we all have the receipts on what homeboy asked Kybella about, can she have kids? At least he could carry her. All the nasty stuff he wanted to do to her. So, yeah, you can keep going on about how you have a perfect relationship, how he cares for you, how he wants to tell you what to do. But in the end, we know it's a lie. It's your delusion. We don't have to indulge in it. And why, when there's only 2 of you, plus pets that you don't take care of, is your kitchen so dirty you can't film it? You're not fooling anybody. You said you're not going to eat on camera, yet you're already, as this picture shows, and then when I bring up Garlic's video, because I'm going to react to a little bit of that, you're already back to eating on camera, and that tomato paste that you made looks disgusting. You want to try to compete with me, but you can't. Because need I remind you again, loving wife, loving mother, might be a mommy again soon, published author, homeowner, and just generally a pleasant person to be around, even when I'm cussing you the fuck out. You could never, Heffa. And I love how you stole the story about the adult novels from your grandmother, because I do recall sharing that story about writing book reports in 5th grade and getting into trouble for it. But thanks for watching that live. I appreciate the views. Thank you so much for the super chat again. Seattle Sapphire Low Carb World. Let me read this out, but I will have it on replay too. She never addressed a lot asking about Kybella's income and if she could have babies. Exactly. That was proof of the fake relationship and that he has no money and he's a bum. Exactly. And thank you so much, Olga K, for the super chat. My jaw dropped when I heard the analogy. The absolute nerve. Exactly. Hey, Uncle Leo, I'm gonna. Because apparently she's got like a masochism thing. She wants to be dragged, so I'm here to drag you for a bit. But we're going to get Garlic fired off, and I'll give my opinion as we listen. I appreciate the super chat, y'all. I was fired up, though. because I had such a good day. And for her to fire up alive and have my name in her mouth again, tell me you're jealous, Heifer, without telling me you're jealous of everything that I have. And I don't feel sorry for you anymore because you're going to define yourself into her early demise. But we're going to get this fired up because I like the way Garlic covered it. And honestly, the less I have to hear her voice right now, the better. Because I'm not going to let her ruin the good news I had today. F you, Foodie.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for Emma Levy with you. When she started to talk about, we'll call him Tomater.
Yeah, she's eating again.
When
That's
she started
what she got.
to talk about nose hair issues that she has, I cashed out. Okay,
Yeah, I don't blame you. Nose hair issues. She allegedly took her insulin on there. She's eating again. The cycle continues. It's all she has. It is so ridiculous. And Big Bob, big hugs, dear. Thank you so much, Sunshine. I'm ready to read her, for real. Because she is pathetic. And if she thinks she's going to take me down yet again with the juvenile insults, I'll take being a woolly mammoth with full shaggy hair over a struggle strand, still needs to use soot, 420 pounds, because I'm going to give you the 30 that you keep claiming. Jealous beast of a woman in a loveless, fake relationship that you got to pay for to be claimed. Just saying, Heifer.
This is a woman that apparently was in the hospital. She is now 1 day out, and she has spent, from what I can tell, at least 5 hours live streaming. Of those 5 hours, she has spent maybe, if we're being generous, 10 minutes out of her chair.
And that's sad. But I'm going to tell y'all up front, y'all got maybe an hour for me right now because that's normally what I give to Tell It Tuesdays. Then I got things to do. I got dinner to make. I want to just relax and cool down. So it's no offense, but this is not going past an hour, y'all. I got a life unlike Foodie, and I don't have to put it on YouTube for coin. And welcome, Fondue Pondu and Nancy Jennings. Good to see you, honey. But I'm just like, she's crazy. She's crazy if she thinks that she was getting one up on me. And like I said, she wants to react. So I hope you use this react. I hope you keep all my words in. I hope you don't even bleep out my cussing since now you want to copy that Miriam Mukbangs chick and cuss too. You put on your big girl planties, huh? Size 6X, huh? Thank you so much, my 500-pound life, for the super chat. She was playing evil, but she's evil every day. Let's face it. She has nothing else going for her. If she was a positive person, she wouldn't be like this. And thank you. We definitely are the Bonnet Bunch. Saturday, I will be back to the bonnet. But like I said, today, I got home from good news. I had my hair tied back at first. And I was like, nah, let's let the follicles down because the heifer is jealous of everything, including my healthy hair.
Let's not talk about how seriously she's taking this diagnosis or her health because it's reflected in her actions and how they're very much the same as they were before.
The cycle continues.
She starts off doing her best little boozy, wiping herself down. She says this is why she doesn't cook with a hijab, because she sweats too much, and why she prefers to make videos.
Yeah,
because
whatever.
She just edits out all the sweating.
Too.
She gets her soup settled while going over all the hellos, gets her glasses, and then offers that they don't work anymore, so she takes them off. And she says that she feels better. This is
those ugly glasses didn't work in the first place because he got them from a dollar store. Seriously, you need to get your eyes checked. This is dangerous. That diuretic neuropathy doesn't just affect your arms and your limbs. You could literally have retinal damage from your diabetes. And I'm not saying that because I care about you. I'm saying that because it's a fact, dummy.
Evident by the fact that she had the energy to cook. She then pulls out an entire block of cheese and a loaf of bread. And she says this is a multi-grain baguette.
It's still carbs, which will turn into sugar, which you cannot process because your liver's fucked up, your kidneys are fucked up, and you have no gallbladder. So eating that baguette, I really hope it's worth losing a foot over. And all the cheese too. What is wrong with you? Hey, Shayla Hatcher, she couldn't.
Well, literally.
Exactly, Sunshine. Doing the big chop, going natural, even though sometimes I straighten to clip my hair is growing in healthy. And now that I've been advised to start prenatal vitamins, it's going to grow even more. Heifer's going to be super jealous, I'm telling you, because I plan to see my goals, all my goals.
Cursing at people in the chat, asking her why she has this. To offset this, she pulls out a jar of pickles.
Ugh.
Says that they're not going to be ready till tomorrow, that she spent the day making them.
I hope they
The
give her
soup
bubble
was
guts. Thank you so much for the super chat, Uncle Leo. I am telling you, I normally am on Twitch during this hour talking about political stuff, but you know what? This is a bit more fun and relaxing, calling out her nonsense. So I'm definitely happy to be here. Hey, Camps, it's good to see you, dear. She's putting a lot of fast food, Wisconsin bread makers. She's probably putting a lot of people's kids through college. Won't be one of hers because she murked her babies. I hope you react to this, Chantal. I really do.
She talks about her insulin and says the injections are going to start tonight. And just as a spoiler, they'll actually start during this stream.
TMI,
where I don't believe she
ridiculous.
properly sanitized herself and has nothing to properly dispose.
She's a filthy, filthy woman. And imagine giving yourself such an injection on stream. Is there no low for you? The bar is in Hades right now. She's insane to me the way she behaves. Now, like I said, because a great aunt of mine had to do the insulin shots, I was always petrified that that would be my life because of the way I was going with my weight. And I can't even imagine doing that on stream if I had to. I remember her refrigerator having to have the needles and the bottles there, and it's just visceral for me how serious that stuff is. And like me, my aunt is a clean freak. So I can't imagine the levels and layers of filth from her dirty ass kitchen that she's transmitting into herself taking that insulin. It's crazy to me, y'all.
Of the sharp. The chat carries on about
Thank
her
you, oh
period.
hell no. And
She
y'all
says
can hit
no
the like
one
if
in
you
the
want.
chat
I
is a
appreciate
dietitian,
it.
nor other reaction channels, but
We don't have to be dietitians, Heffa. Anybody with eyeballs can see you're not eating right. For fuck's sake. But you'll take a TikTok's dietitian? Can't
she
argue
has
with
seen dietitians
illogicals.
on TikTok.
On TikTok.
Plus, she already has an appointment tomorrow with the doctor.
Sure she does.
And this is what amazes me. She goes from just hours ago, I haven't eaten in days, food makes me sick, food makes me nauseous, to bread.
If you believe that she hasn't eaten in days and that she hates food because it's all a part of Chantal's cycle, I've got a suspension bridge in Brooklyn that I will sell you dirt cheap. You'll get a little plastic certificate saying, I brought this bridge. Because nobody with a semblance of an IQ believes this heifer when she says this stuff. Nobody.
Cheese.
She is. She's
Eating
disgusting,
paste
Scorpio Angel.
with a ladle from a punch bowl.
With a ladle. I didn't even realize she was eating with a ladle. She keeps throwing back. Is it because Just Saying and Perfectly Imperfect did the callback to the eating the mac and cheese with the back scratcher? Why don't you have proper utensils?
And I also want to point out, because during this stream, she talks about, this 17 kg loss.
Water weight.
I know that there's, an ongoing joke because of Nikocado Avocado with, it's just water weight. But the reality is, and we've all talked about it, go look at the thumbnails, Chantal was retaining a lot of water.
Yeah.
We also know Chantal was going through issues with her
Marshmallow
kidneys.
Girl.
So it is very likely, in my opinion, that some of this weight loss...
Hi, Lynn. And I will say that we do plan for our anniversary, because it's the 1st of August, to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. It's going to be the first time I've been in a movie theater since Rona happened. I'm excited because I really wanted to see that movie. I would definitely go risk it for Deadpool. Not too many other movies out there I'm willing to go sit in the theater with, because we get some feral motherfuckers out here in Michigan. I'm not trying to get sick from people, especially since there's a new strain out there. We even masked up to go to the doctor earlier because I ain't trying to catch that shit. I got a baby to make, fingers crossed.
Is in fact fluid that her body has drained, which is evident by how less puffy her hands and face are, how less inflamed she looks.
Not that much, though.
The chat asks how Salah can be online with her all morning
I would
and then
love to
sleeping
see
all
her
day. He's
use
employed. And Chantal says he's
chopsticks
self-employed.
sunshine.
He can work whenever he
I'm
wants.
telling you,
and that means
House
he can sleep
Hannibal,
all day
he's
if he
crazy.
likes. And the chat doesn't need to focus on Salah. They need to focus on being proud of her for cooking this meal.
We're not proud of you for this slop. You literally eating packaged bread, which, once again, sugars, dumb bum. Your man is asleep at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, but you got shit to say? Okay. Like I said, my husband, still working in the office, does tech support. So he does work from home. Sometimes you'll see him when he's on lunch break. Sometimes you'll see him on his days off. He's trying to transfer to an actual physical office for a bit more money. We got fingers crossed for that one too. Once that happens, my happy ass will be in our little den of geekery doing these lives and stuff. But either way, I feel like the fact that you have to be so angry about what your man's doing, yet again tells us everything we need to know about where your man is. Hey, honey. Hi, Janet Pirate. But it's like I said, there's a difference between actual substance and superficial. Actual truth versus fraud and lies and manipulation, which that's all you bring, Chantal.
Meal when she's so sick.
I don't know. When
and
I'm
then, of
sick,
course,
I
she
don't
starts
wanna
to talk about
eat, and I don't
reaction
lie about
channels.
that.
She
Here we
says
go.
that she's going to be here, and I mean on this live stream, on this platform, creating content for, quote, quite a while.
Maybe your ghost will.
She blocks people that question her health. She
Hug
says
box.
there's fiber in what she just ate. She turns the live chat off and sets a limitation to more than 5 minutes to subscribe.
And just an FYI, unless you're a moron, and my mods will get you if you are, my chat's plan to stay open to everybody because what's the point? If you're going to shoot your shot and waste your time being dumb, yeah, you'll go. But I haven't had to block anybody in a live chat yet, so it is what it is. Hey, Gilly Witchy, she does. And like I said earlier, because I am doing the thing and getting the weight down, I can now go towards my goal. I want a baby girl. I've said it before. I love that I had a son first. I was defiant with my family that I wanted my first to be a boy. They told me, "Oh, you can't pick that 10. You're not in charge of that." And technically, scientifically speaking, that's right. But I had my son first. And if I didn't have my son first with a bum, I probably would have had my girl next. But I'm putting it out there to the universe. I want a baby girl next. I am so excited to try. And my family was like, well, watch you end up with twins. Whatever, I don't care. I just want what I want, and I'm determined to get what I want. And I told the doctor I want to start seriously trying in November for it, because I do want to slim down by another 50 pounds. But if it happens, it happens. Because like I said, now that I know that I can do it, why not? I'm not like Chantal. I'm not a quitter. And I would actually, like I took care of my now 19-year-old, who is a high school grad, who's about to start college, take care of any child I had. But you can't even say the same for your pets. Also, I did the garden update, y'all, with Callie Kitten and Max. Miss Kitty was hiding, so she didn't want to be a part of the video festivities.
She said she just ordered this food, which explains the baguette.
Oh, she's
but
gonna
also
she's
wants
gonna
you to know that she
steam
got
Uncle Leo.
carrots and
She
cucumbers.
is.
She goes right after Yaba, saying she will, quote, be alive longer than her, and saying,
Really doubt that, Chantal. Yaba is happy. She is healthy. Whether you want to ding her on her sides, but she's still smarter than you. She's got a loving, supportive wife. She's got beautiful kids. And she's got a successful YouTube channel. So stay mad. There were thousands of people in her chat today. I was only able to listen in, and I was enjoying myself. Yeah, you made people suffer through hours of your pathetic life. It must be sad for you.
that Tammy Slayton had a trach. She turned her life around.
Tammy Slayton also did inpatient, dum-dum. She wanted to get the weight off because she didn't want to die in a fat trap, unlike you.
And I think in this moment, we learn a lot about the thought process Chantal follows. She's essentially clinging to one person that she feels was worse off than her, and assumes that because they are okay, she will be okay.
Tammy did the work.
But she has no idea the underlying issues that these
Thank
people
you
had.
so
She has
much.
no idea the hard
Callie
work
is
they
a
had to put
sweet
in
baby.
to turn their life around, or make the
They
commitment
really
to
are.
something
Max
like
is such a
inpatient to
sweet
do
kitty,
that.
too. Just
The chat tells her that none of the reaction channels can take care of ourselves or our families, that we need Chantal.
I don't need you, bitch. I'm a published author. I'm going to keep rubbing that in your face. Where's your book? You said you're going to write a book. I'm already almost finished with second novel. Where's your book, Heffa? But let's get it straight. What we do for our families isn't online. We're not family channels. So you're never going to see that. But I've got video evidence of my kid walking across the stage getting his diploma. Picture proof of us at his graduation. You can't say that. The last picture you put of your fur baby, her nails need clipping. But you told us you would get in the groom. She needs to be spayed. Get the fuck out of here. calling out reaction channels for the same thing. And I'm telling you, I can't wait for you to react. Please use my stuff. You said you're going to use my stuff. I hope you do. Hi, Callie Cat. It's good to see you. She hates black women. And calling me a woolly mammoth is just more casual or not so casual bigotry, but we know. Because we know she's racist, problematic with minors, asshole.
And that when she's not there, we just make things up.
I didn't care. I literally...
Chantal says we're all just heifers.
I don't... And using my stuff. You're the heifer. I spent all last week, except for Saturday, enjoying the holiday. We had the 4th of July. I couldn't waste time with this heifer. But she can't stand when nobody talks about her. And it's sad for her. You got my attention. You got the ratchet out of me, bitch. Welcome to the Chat Waldo's world. Tammy almost died before she was willing to change. I don't even think heifer's going to change from that, though. I think Tammy has a real support system. Chantal doesn't. She ran away from her support system to live with a bot bitch. Welcome to the chat, Danny Jean. She is a toddler. A 40-year-old toddler who still reminisces about her past life because her present life sucks. It is what it is, bitch.
That hide behind a microphone, and that the community is, quote, full of fat, dumb people. She said she doesn't need to be.
I need to remind you that I'm a college grad. You're the fat, dumb, dropped out of college after 2 weeks, couldn't even finish a semester. Hold up a mirror, Chantal, because you need one. You need a mirror because you see yourself in us, but we don't see ourselves in you. You're a loser. Remember that. Always. Loser. Big ol'
Be nice to us. And all of this, of course, was done with a whisper because Salo was sleeping at 5 p.m. But that whisper doesn't work for long.
You didn't need to whisper. Just pay him some extra money to not be mad. Because we know he's your cat bitch.
She says that she won't apologize for failing on diets no matter what anyone says.
We don't care.
And she says
the
that
fact that you think we need an apology from you when most people just don't want to see you unalive yourself is the sad part about this. We knew you were going to fail diet because it shouldn't be a diet, dummy. It should be a lifestyle change with activity, more than 2 minutes of herpalorping and getting overheated, and a complete dietary change coexisting with your type 2 diabetes. It has nothing to do with dieting. That's why it won't work for you, because you're a little food junkie right now. And until you get your fix, you're an unhappy rage beast. You can't diet. You need help. Inpatient help, for real.
Been sleeping because they have to be up so early. She goes back to Yaba, clearly mad about the Sugarfoot references,
jealous.
saying she doesn't understand how people
Hi,
older than
Loda.
6
Good to
find
see
this
you,
funny.
honey.
Meanwhile, the same person has literally sat here and drawn cartoons
Exactly.
and believes it's some type of highbrow comedy. She says none of us travel to Thailand, none of us fly from Canada to the Middle East, that we couldn't do it.
First of all, if I did go to Thailand, which is a beautiful country, I'd be able to film it because I would go to a nice hotel like Sansa Cooks did. Show what I bought, the breakdown. I'm pretty sure the Taiwanese, even though I'm still a hefty girl, wouldn't accuse me of being pregnant and go, oh, like that lady did to you. I'd be able to go to the temples and walk up the stairs, unlike you. I wouldn't need a tram to get through the airport like you. And bitch, I have my passport. I went to Canada. I visited BC. It's a beautiful area. Now, hopefully, next time I go out there, I'll get to see Goose Chuck because she's amazing too. I plan to travel now that I'm boosted, now that Rona, even though it's got its variants, isn't as bad as it was. But I did not, and probably still don't plan on, making my channel about that. First of all, when you let people know, especially in the States, that you're not home vacationing, you get broken in, even in nice areas like mine. So yeah, I'm not stupid like you are stupid, but you know nobody's going to steal whatever you got in that fart box, so you can brag about not being home. Though I wish somebody would break in and take them
And then
pets.
we were so desperate, we found another foodie beauty while she was gone.
I didn't, and I'm not going to ding anybody for following the Miriam Mukbangs thing. She seems funny. I will watch it through other reaction channels, but my sus meter still goes off with her. There's just something about her that makes me kind of itchy. So I'm just going to watch her from afar. Enjoy what I can do reaction channels, but I don't think I'm going to cover her. I have fun poking at this big old blotchy bear.
And we're screwed if something happens to her because we can't pay our bills
Exactly.
with,
Oh,
quote,
hell no.
Canadian pig money.
Yep.
She clearly has been watching
10
her favorite
times
cow tipper, who
eating
devotes
and
just as much, if not
making
more
herself
time
miserable.
than any
Hey,
reaction
comma
channel.
Creance. It's
But
good
because
to see you,
she
honey.
sees that as positive content for her.
Thank you so much, Nancy Jennings, for the super chat. She bragged about traveling to Kuwait. My uncle did twice. It's called Desert Storm. He had a mission, and it was not chasing a fake husband. And thank you so much for the super chat. Thank your uncle for serving our country. She hasn't seemed to understand that it's not a flex. A lot of us travel, Heffa. A lot of us don't need to depend on making videos of our travel to make money. That's a you thing. That's not a us thing. Get a life, foodie. She's so ridiculous.
Her, that's okay. Because reaction channels, we're the dumbest. We talk about her diet. We talk about the inflammation.
I didn't talk about your diet. I said you were puffy as fuck. You look like a Michelin balloon man. But I didn't care about what you were eating anymore because it's your life to throw away. You're the type to do diabetic, honey. You're the one pushing 420. I like 420, so I'm going to keep calling you 420 now. Since you want to go on about losing 30, 40 pounds, I'm going to give you the 420, bitch.
We know nothing.
Hi, beautiful
she can
regret.
Eat carbs in moderation.
Thank you so
the baguette
much.
Was fine.
And welcome to the
they
chat,
gave her grapes and rice while in the hospital. That proves
you were in the hospital. So if you had a negative adverse reaction to the grapes and rice, they could have seen it. They were there to monitor you. They gave me pasta in the hospital when I was there for both the hypocalcemia and the bowel obstruction. After they got it cleared out, they wanted to make sure that I could hold a solid before they let me go home. It's a hospital. You are a test subject in most hospitals. But you are too dumb to understand that, Heffa.
To her that she can have this. It's not a little Debbie cake
she
after
really
all.
Is.
Those are
she
quotes,
really
is
is dead person
she
walking.
continues on
Thank
about
you so
Yaba
much,
and FFG
House of
being
Hannibal.
delusional,
I appreciate the
that they must eat full pizzas themselves. Yet
honey, if they did, who cares? They're still more active than you. Both of them have jobs outside of YouTube, and they make a lot of money calling you out. Why are you so jealous? Why can't you channel that energy into making better content? Oh, people are just stealing from me. What's the point? I'm sad. I'm mopey. You have 100K. You have your little pity plaque in the background. Why can't you put in the effort? Why do you focus on the people that don't like you? I just don't get it, dummy.
Forgets the fact that I don't see Yaba and FFG taking a full week off YouTube to be in the hospital.
Nope. Or
of course, she goes back to Kalari saying, Kalari.
Give me a moment before we get to the stupid shit she said about me. Welcome to the chat, Comfort 1970. It's good to see you. The fact of the matter is, she hates reaction channels that are doing better than her. And now I know that's why she keeps coming at me. Because she knows I don't have to make this. I love that this is an extra stream of income now. But I could never make this my main focus because I have too much going on. I have actual creative projects that I got to get finished. I have collaborations with talented artists that I want to put out to the world. I have a life that I want to share with my partner. I have a potential future kid that I want to nurture. I have things I want to live for, foodie. You can never. And I don't feel sad for you because you're a jealous heifer. Now let's play what she said per Garlic, who, thank you for taking the bullet for me, Garlic, and watching this. Because there ain't no fucking way I would sit through her 5-hour live. Fuck off.
Kalari needs a reality check. She's a prime example because no one talks about Kalari not having teeth. No one makes fun of that.
If they did, I wouldn't care. I show it. Like, if people want to talk shit about me, make it funny at least. Because like I said, I was born in 1977. I am Gen X. I've done the dozens, y'all. If you make it comedic, I might even give you props. But the Charlie No Fronts thing that your jester came up with, that you keep copying over and over, the fact that you got to keep bringing that up, how about you bring up my book? Why don't you read my book? You ain't got nothing else going on for you. It's off 50% off the ebook. You can even put on the little voice thing so that I can read it to you because I know you're lazy and you can't really see out your bad eyes. But let's make it clear. You only attack me on the visible. But I'm full of substance, honey, to your superficial.
She calls her a woolly mammoth.
Racist.
She said she's going to start stream sniping, or she's going to go back to reacting. Even if it gets her 1,000 views, it would all add up. Chantal, why do you
react to my content? I want you to play everything I'm saying to you right now, Chantal. You're a loser. You're bald. You're 420 pounds. You cover it up in the abaya and not even well. You got lucky that the water weight slimmed down enough to where your chin spanks aren't struggling right now. But with the bread and that soup slop you just made, it won't be long. The fact of the matter is, your jealousy gives me life. Like I said, bitch, I'm Gen X. I've lived over 40 years of people trying to get at me. I have a thick skin. And unlike you, it's not full of viscous fat. It might have layers to it because I know what I did to myself. But it's definitely still smaller than you. Hey, German Ting, it's good to see you. Hey, Mash, it's good to see you, honey. I hope you're taking it easy, boo. But the fact of the matter is, we know you're jealous, Heffa. Like I said, I'm in a good place. You could never.
You continue to go after Kalari?
She's jealous.
We have shown you that no one really cares about Kalari's issues, right? She's been upfront and honest with them, so therefore we're not going to criticize her for it.
Yep.
We also see nearly every single day she puts literally one foot in front of the other on a live stream trying to get her health back in order. And I would offer, if you attempted to do those...
And I need to clear that up because I thought about it, but to set up on my phone to go live, it's still... I'm older. I do everything from my laptop when I want to do lives or videos normally. I just started the Fitbong on my phone because I just record it and then I upload it to YouTube. I might try to do a live Fitbong eventually, but I'm not that YouTube savvy yet. And I would prefer to set it up on the laptop if I'm going to do a live Fitbong. So I just once or twice a week put the phone on record, then upload it to YouTube showing you what Fat Girl Fitness looks like. Heffa can't even walk more than 2 or 3 minutes and want to try to come at me. You're the one that needs a reality check, Chantal. You say you're going to a doctor tomorrow. I guarantee you your doctor's going to tell you you need to lose more weight. Well, my doctor gave me props for all the weight loss that I have lost in the last couple of months and my goal to have a baby. You can never. Thank you again, Mary, my 500-pound life for the super chat. Gen X all day. Yes, all of you Gen Xers represent. Because I don't think she understands at my age and what I've really been through, I just don't care what she says like that. But it is fun to clap her shit back. Because unlike her, I'm educated. I'm loved. I'm a real one. So it's easy to volley back her stuff. And I've played sports like volleyball. So yes, I use the term volley. Herpalump.
Same things with any type of consistency or commitment.
She doesn't
that you would
commit to
probably
anything but
find
eating.
a whole different group of followers that would champion that.
Maybe.
We see Kalari.
You got to, and not to interrupt Garlic again, you got to realize that she's got 8 years of documented fuckery on this channel. Pet abuse, financial manipulation. She used Pete's as a backup sandwich throwaway rug. She is an awful binging toddler of a woman who loves to get things her way. And because she can't control the narrative with us reaction channels, all she gives us is constant rages. So yeah, she might get some people that give her props. Even Tammy Slayton got people that give her props now. But she ain't going to put in the work, so I ain't worried about that. Her current supporters don't care if she eats herself to a demise. And that's sad for her. Because if you ever see me in front of a camera eating a massive amount of food, I'm expecting Pix, who ain't that far from me, to come down and kick my ass. Tragically Charmed would be on the first flight to come and whip my behind. My husband, my friends here, they would never ever let me be out of pocket like that. Because that's what real support does.
I would stab it because it's a homunculus and it's not you.
Thank you, honey. It's just like, I don't understand what she thinks she's doing. Or what she thinks she's saying, but she's not hurting me with her lame insult. And I really want you to react to this, Heffa. I'm only going to make it an hour. Let's see if you can get through the first 5 minutes of me dragging you.
Trying and working, putting in the effort.
Yep.
We have never seen you do it.
At
and
all.
I know that you can't understand that because the thought process of you putting in the hard work, whether it's comparing yourself to Kalari or Tammy Slayton, doesn't actually compute in your mind.
And
You
let's get this straight. You can't compare yourself to me because I put in the work, because I got shit I want to do. I got people I want to be here for. I got stuff to live here for. And Tammy Slayton apparently found her reason to be. But you're just proving to us over and over again that your life is miserable, that you're unhappy, and that all you've got is, well, she's fat too. But need I remind you yet again, I am not as big as you, Heffa. And I still got my uterus. Bloop.
you want all the hard work to be done for you by doctors and
And that don't
pills and
work.
injections.
It don't
To
work.
that
There's no
point,
magic pill.
you sit here in this stream and eat two small peaches.
Wow.
You admit that you never even wash them. You
Ew.
say you've been fasting a lot. You talk about how much you did in your day, which included making this soup, and how you were never going to go back to mukbangs. You would rather just do
ate
a
on
live
camera,
like this.
so you did a mukbang. But your day is that busy? You're out of breath from cleaning and making soup? You could never handle my day. I am up by 7:30 a.m. most mornings. Even though kiddo's out of school now and is on break before we get him to community college, everyday routine starts at 7 a.m. 7:30, I'm out of that bed, getting stuff together, getting breakfast together for everybody. Then I start to either get the writing, see what's needed for scripts, or whatever I need to do for my writing partner to get stuff moving forward. I might listen to lives in the background and stuff, but I am constantly doing it. My house stays clean. My pets stay cared for. My life is good because I have a functioning routine. You get out of breath doing things that people do with 9-to-5s, Heffa. You can never compare to people with lives. Just remember that.
You lament having to do your injection on live.
Ugh.
You don't want to wake up Salah, saying that, you were going to watch a movie and have a full night's rest.
Bullshit.
And how
She's
hard
probably
it
watching
was
this as we
for you
speak.
to sleep at the hospital
She
because
is
it was
dirty and
inconvenient
filthy,
to have other
Mash.
people in the room. She then goes back to stories from 20, 30 years ago. How she had a roommate back when she was working. The roommate was broke and living in her house, lazy, didn't have a job.
You know what, German thing? I normally wouldn't. But honestly speaking, she needs the attention. She has no friends. She has no life. And apparently she's jealous of the amazing community that I've been blessed to be a part of, supporting me because I bring honesty. I know I fucked up in life. I'm willing to admit my fuck up and work on them. I'm willing to show you the goals that I want to hit in life and keep my word. And she's jealous of that, and it's sad for her. Funny for me, though. Hey, Beatles, it's good to see you, honey. I just think that she gets out of breath. Drinking water pick, she gets out of breath. Eating, Timbit especially. Now she's going to spin some lie about the dirty roommate while she was working hard. Are you taking BB's life? Because that was BB. He was busting his ass while you sat around being dirty, smelly, and eating and hiding food containers. You're gross. Hi, Simply
Chantal,
Katie. She has no
working
friends
10-hour
at all.
shifts.
Hi, Mushy.
She later admits that, Pete's
Exactly.
might have been the one that she talked about
And
that
the sad
smelled.
thing, Mushy, is if she was really on the hamster wheel, she might burn some carbs because her ages and the diuretics that she's taking ain't working. Hi, Ray Days, today's vlogs. It's good to see you, hon. I really don't think she understands that it doesn't matter what she says. And honestly, I decided to do this for myself. And that is why I'm not afraid to show what I'm doing. Because I'm going to keep at it. I want to do more. I want to have more in my life. She could never. And it's sad for her, but funny for us.
Claims that anyone stream sniping her at 11:30 a.m. must have no life.
Or they know that you're a cash cow that keeps giving. I don't speak for the reaction channels that do it. Because I know there's 2 of them that I feel are kind of problematic that do it. And I don't fuck with them. But if anybody wants to cover your content, you put it up on YouTube. It's fair use. I know it's hard for your funkel brain to wrap that around, but it's fair use. And stop using the term stream snipe. As a gamer, I think you need to understand that that term comes from people who are on YouTube or Twitch, playing a live game, something that may be PvP or team oriented, and somebody from the chat is watching their position, whether it's a shooter or player versus player, and then they jump in to get a kill. It's a gamer term, dum-dum. The fact that you keep using stream snipe for your pity party of patheticness is on my last nerve. Because you're not a real gamer, dum-dum.
no job, and then she elects to do
This
her
heifer.
insulin live.
Wow.
She's nervous about this. That to me is so confusing.
That's something you
So
shouldn't do online.
she's nervous
dirty bitch.
about doing her insulin live, which is something she needs to do to, quite frankly, save her life. But she has no nerves about eating massive amounts of food that are taking her life.
Exactly.
This one's for the curlies. Tangles
And
are
he
out,
made a good
moisture
point
is
about
in.
that, since it's a forced ad. He made a good point about that. You could change your diet just a bit and do a little bit better, but you don't want to. Heifer.
Sugar, and again, has no sharps container to properly dispose of this. I personally don't believe she cleaned herself properly before doing the injection.
Wow.
And the fact that she's so open with this is just unreal.
It
She
cuts
says
corners.
that she didn't mention anything at the hospital when it came down to food or diet, and they didn't mention anything to her. In fact, they
Oh,
gave her
no.
rice, so
No. Now, either you lied about going to the hospital then, or you're lying about what they said to you. Because even losing weight, and my doctors could clearly see I'm losing weight, they are always going to advise you what you can do to keep that up, to keep from plateauing, and what you can work on when you do plateau. The fact that you were in the hospital for severe diabetes, and you're going to say nobody at that hospital mentioned that you needed to do something about your weight and your diet? That's medical malpractice. You have literally condemned that hospital for medical malpractice. What the fuck is wrong with you, foodie? Are you crazy? Because I know you're not diagnosed, but you must be crazy if you think people are going to believe that you went in the way you were looking 3 days ago and nobody said it had anything to do with your weight and size. The sus side eye, y'all. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
that must make it okay. And I swear,
Okay, Heffa.
so much reminds me of Life by Jen. If you remember, Jen came back from the hospital and she made a whole video series about how angry she was about the hospital food, the nutrition, what they were feeding her.
Now, see, I wasn't here for Life by Jen, and I've only seen the Mr. Snowflake drop and little bits and pieces here. Everybody has their opinions on her. I don't know how it would have felt if I was around for her. But she's another one that I wanted to feel sorry for, especially after watching the Mr. Snowflake documentary, where she talked about wanting to go to Hawaii. That's one of the many places that I hope to visit with my partner. My brother-in-law just came from proposing to his fiance there. So if they have their wedding out there, heck yeah, we're going to Hawaii. It's a beautiful state. But I felt sorry for Jen for the longest because you could see where she couldn't get away from the grips of the food addiction. And it takes so much, y'all. I'm not going to act like it was easy. It took therapy. It took having people that wasn't afraid to put their foot in my ass. And it took me realizing that food's pleasure isn't worth life's pleasures. And when you're happy, you don't have to fill a void in you. And I'm not going to act like I don't go through manic depression. I'm literally a bipolar schizophrenic. But with help, with meds, with taking time out when I need time out, with having creative projects to focus on, a loving partner, a beautiful son, and a potential new baby to focus on, I have things I want to live for. And it makes me kind of sad for people like Jen. It makes me sad for the Oklahoma heifer, Candy, even Glitter and Laser Tits, who has more money than God, but still can't get her shit together without getting it sucked out and making it a production. And I even feel a little bit sorry for you, heifer, because I know you're going to watch this, and I really do hope you react to it, you dummy. Because you're showing us that you're unhappy. You can tell us in every word that you're in love, that he cares about you, and that you're the happiest in Kuwait. You're in the fourth richest country in the world, but you're living in the slums. The way you eat and give into your addictions, it's an escape. And that's why you do it. And if you were so happy, you wouldn't need that escape. And I'm not saying like supposedly happy, wealthy people don't indulge in certain things. We see it all the time. We lost Matthew Perry a few months ago because of it, and it still breaks my heart. He was the only reason why I enjoyed Friends. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people indulge in addictions because they are unhappy in their lives. And you show us all the time that you're unhappy.
Chantal literally almost verbatim follows this course.
Mm-hmm.
That they gave her rice. They gave her grapes. And she says she loves the idea of insulin. because it doesn't hurt her stomach, which in turn means it doesn't hurt her appetite like the pills did. She asked the chat about the difference between Ozempic and insulin, and then claimed that, reaction channels, we're not doing anything other than making fun of a diabetic. Again,
I'm making fun of a cat abusing, people abusing monster. Your fat doesn't matter to me. Your beatus doesn't matter to me. I just pointed out because you're being defiant with a serious health issue. But say what you want about me. My life is still better than yours, Heffa. That's why you keep talking about me.
again, Chantal, I've had diabetics in my family. I've had
So have
people
I.
lose limbs due to
I
diabetes.
lost a grandfather
I don't
to
make
it.
fun of it.
And he lost his leg to it. I make fun of you, not your sickness. Get it right. Hey, old school Nana. Oh, you went to Oahu and Maui? Oh, I hope one day. It is so beautiful out there. In the second book, I start putting in some Polynesian and Maori stuff because I'm going to introduce islanders into the story. I'm so excited about this new sci-fi, for real. I want people who aren't normally represented as sci-fi to feel represented. And I just had Maui and all the Hawaiian Islands playing in the background when I started writing those parts. And I'm just inspired because we have such a big, beautiful world. And I'm telling you, if I ever did travel vlog just to show her up, you would get to see outside. You would get to see me actually walking and not be out of breath. Another thing you can't do. Bloop. I am sad too, Waldo's. Matthew Perry was one of my favorites, and it makes me so sad. Hi, Miscellaneous Sal. Thank you for being here in your first live. I appreciate you. Hey, Lenny Bose. She apparently wanted my attention, so I'm giving the heifer my attention. I could have been talking politics, but this is more fun for me. We're going to get through just a little bit more garlic before I go make dinner and stuff, but I'm telling you, she's ridiculous.
Okay, you don't respect the disease you've been diagnosed with.
At all, she
and
doesn't.
you are going to be taught a very, very harsh lesson.
Yep.
The fact that you were able to take pills and couldn't, and now have to take injections should be a massive red flag to you or your family, but they're not because, again, you're rationalizing and justifying everything in your mind based off Tammy Slayton, based off Yab and FFG. Because
based
you
off
think
Kalari,
everyone
who's
else is
doing the
worse
work.
off than you, when in fact, we're very likely not.
Nope, not like us.
She says that she's just going to throw the needle in the trash.
Wow, look at that.
And it'll be okay, because she doesn't have any infections.
Oh my God.
She
You are
complains about
supposed
being
to
tired.
properly dispose of needles, ma'am. It is a hazard. Somebody taking the trash away could get poked. But she doesn't care. She's a selfish, undiagnosed, narcissistic bitch. That makes me mad on so many levels, I cannot tell you. Because you need to properly dispose of any needles. Ugh.
But can't sleep while the sun is out. And she says, she understands the need for drastic health changes. But right now, just cutting out fast food is a big step in that success.
No, it's not.
Now, if she had actually followed through, if she'd actually planned out a course, she would be so much further ahead than where she is. And the reality is, she's to the point now, drastic changes have to take place.
It might not even help her anymore. She's ridiculous.
But she doesn't want to
see
that.
Look at that pity pout. Not just drastic steps, she has to stick to them. She can cut out all the fast food she wants if she's still eating slop out of fucking serving bowl. And she's still making massive amounts of sodium later because she puts all the spices in foods. It's not going to change. She's even bitching. She had 2 peaches. Not good for a diabetic, ma'am. I don't understand why she doesn't get that the food addiction is the main problem. Portions are a huge problem. Lack of discipline and willpower, main problem. And not moving is a problem. You have to be able to get up and go. And you can barely get up and not break out into a big sweat and be out of breath. And you still need a CPAP to breathe at night. It's crazy to me.
She goes over BBJ and Sam, saying she's getting videos of Sam, which of course she never...
No, you're a liar. I don't believe that. I don't want to hear anything. BBJ's in a better place. Better than the dirt and filth they lived in with you, you dirty bitch. No, no, no. We are not going to let you talk about them cats.
Jealous.
She is
Again,
jealous.
4 hours in the last 10. She has live streamed.
Ugh.
And she has been up and about, maybe, if we're being extremely conservative, 12 minutes, 15 minutes? if we're being gracious, 30. She said she made a commitment to Salah this time. But Salah told her she could go home if she wants to. However, Salah goes to all her doctor's appointments, making sure to ask.
He told her she can go home if she wants to. Because that was a talking point for all of us, that he needs the money, so he's going to keep her there until the legs fall off. But you can go home if you want to. That's a real loving hubby. My husband doesn't even want to be away from me most days. But yours says you can go to Canada if you want, because he wants to slide into somebody who could give him an actual baby. And sorry, Scatman, I'm taking it. I don't like poop and rapist fetish.
Ask what she can eat. Apparently, he does this to make sure, I don't know, she eats the opposite of what she's supposed to have.
I guess. It's like Bizarro.
She talks about how caring he is. Now, he will, quote, stomp the face of her ex.
And that's what I wanted to end on. When they see you, you're not getting the Syrian national to Canada. And if you do, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will have umbrage and send the Canadian consul all of his little text messages to Kai Bella. But let's get this right. Because, like I said, I am far from somebody who doesn't have an ex that I don't want to talk about him because he's my past. He was very violent. I would never want my husband to get into a back and forth with him because he's garbage. And I'm not going to have my husband go to jail over a piece of trash. But this is the level of toddler, junior high mentality that Miss 40-year-old stuck in Kuwait because she's too fat to fly has. That, oh, I want my man to beat up my ex-man, which he was barely your man. He only claimed you for a week to try to get out of an SA charge. And since he's stabby, my money is on the crack demon. I'm just going to put it right there, y'all. She swears that she's got this triple kung fu belt. Who the fuck cares? My man might not know karate, but he carries a Glock. I think that's a little bit better than trying to and look like a clown, like you did in Thailand. It was embarrassing for you, Salah. The fact of the matter is, I know I didn't have to do this, but it's fun for me. I told the heifer, whenever she has my name in her mouth, whenever she exhibits the jealousy at my life versus her lack of life, I will give you the clapback you want, because I know you're a masochist, foodie. But it's like I said, I could only go an hour, y'all, because unlike her, I do have a family to care for. Max is probably waiting outside for his food. Probably not because it's hot. But we do have some cold food in the ice box for him. Callie's probably going to follow me out to nibble on his stuff because she never wants what's in her bowls anymore. She always wants to share with him. And then she meows and tells on him, but he shares with her. So I don't know. It's cat logic. Either way, I appreciate you all for sitting. And you're right, Rose. She's never had men fight over her. She wants it. And that's sad for her. Grow up. Exactly, honey. Well, I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. Y'all, thank you, everybody who sat in. Thank you all so much for the super chats. You know you are appreciated, and that heifer is jealous. I don't give a fuck about numbers. Yous aren't numbers to me. Yous are names that I enjoy seeing, that I enjoy interacting with. I know YouTube is a big algorithm and chasing numbers things and views. I don't care. And I think that's why people enjoy sitting in. That's why people watch the fit bags. They know I'm not calculating yous. I just want to entertain y'all. And if yous are entertained, great. But I hope yous all have a good night. I'm going to see if I can fire up the grill. If not, I'm going to cook some things in the skillet. Hug your loved ones. 31 frames there. Please stay safe. I know Beryl is probably out of your neck of the woods, but it is hurricane season. If you are in the paths of the hurricanes, please do your best to get water and supplies because it is no joke. Have batteries, candles, and flashlights too because you never know when the power is going to go out. But I hope that you all have a lovely evening, and I will see you back on Saturday for our all-new bonnet react. Unless it's hot, then I'll just wear my hair down because that'll make the bitch jealous too. And foodie, since I know you're watching, dear, get a life, because you can't have mine. See y'all later.